So I've been stuck trying to come up with new ideas for my jewelry. I make black steel jewelry. Then I walked into a tiny bar in a very tiny town, and a popcorn machine gave me one of my most popular necklaces. I know, it's a weird story. It's a funny story. Here it goes. So, a friend of mine were out in the desert of Oregon. We were at Fort Rock, which is this big rock formation that's just out in the middle of the desert. I think it used to be a fort. That's why they call it Fort Rock. It's kind of circular. It looks like a fort. Anyway, we're out there in the desert. We're hiking. It's super fun, but it's hot. It's really hot. So after a couple of hours of our hike, we decide, man, let's go into town. And mind you, this town has a post office. It has this visitor center, which sort of looks like a little ghost town. It has this tiny bar. And I think there might be a restaurant down the road a little ways, but pretty much the bar is at the junction of the state park and the main road. So we decide we're going to go to the bar and we're going to get something to drink. Go into the bar. We're the only ones at the bar. And I get water. Okay, I got some water. And I also got a juniper juice cocktail because we're in the desert. Why not? They didn't have any food. So they said, we have popcorn. There's our popcorn machine. We're like, great, we'll take popcorn. So we're sitting down. We're eating popcorn, drinking our delicious beverages. And the popcorn machine is like right behind my friend. And I was looking at it. And all of a sudden I was like, I need a napkin. I need something to write with. So I went to the counter and I got a pen. I got my napkin out. And around the top of that popcorn machine, it had kind of a black swirly design. And I was like, oh my gosh, that would be a really cool necklace, that design. So I drew it out on my napkin. That is so cool. And that is the mace necklace. It's one of my popular necklaces. So I like to think of creativity as having 4 different stages. That happened to be the 3rd stage, which is the spark stage. But the first stage is the gathering stage, where you're just kind of gathering your mediums, you're gathering your knowledge, you're gathering all the things. You're paying attention to textures and colors and anything. You're paying attention to all the things. Stage number 2, that's the stage you don't really have to do anything because your brain will do it all. And that's the absorbing stage or the allowing stage. So you have all this good info in there. Then your brain's just like, don't worry, I've got this. You just go about your day and I'll sit here and percolate for a while. Excellent. And then there is stage 3, which I call the spark stage, where bing, you get the great idea. And that's where I was at when I looked at that popcorn machine. You don't know where the spark is going to come from. Is it going to come from behind you? Is it going to come from the side? Like, where's this spark going to come from? Is it going to come from something that you notice? Is it going to come from something that you said? The spark, it's going to come from somewhere. You just have to get out of the way. And that's exactly what happened that day. Is I was out on a hike and we were having fun and we were having cocktails and I really wasn't thinking about art, and then the spark came. And then the final stage is the integration, where you actually make the piece. These 4 stages aren't linear. They're constantly swirling around. So you don't really know when it's going to hit. But I like to put myself in situations where I think it has a good chance of hitting. And one of the parts of that situation is going out and hiking. So you can hike, meditation, I don't know, whatever it is that helps you relax, play the guitar, sit in a hot tub, whatever it is, go for a run. Getting out of your headspace can help set you up for that spark to show up. And also talking to people and putting yourself out there so you can see things. If you want to understand the creative process better, I teach all 4 stages in my community. The link is below. So I'd love to know what has sparked you. What sort of unusual things have sparked you? Like for me, the popcorn machine is definitely one of them. Love to hear about it. Write it down in the comments, and we'll see you on the next one.